warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. How is life here? Everything is good, right? Okay, in this video, I'm going to explain about an expression in English, which is called offering help and if closed. Now, let me check your experience. Have you ever offered a help to someone? Or have you ever got someone ask for help from you? Yes, right. I think as human being, we often offer help to people, and we are also often given help by other people because we need each other. Right. So now let's start discussing about how we can offer help to people. Let's start with the first information. Uh, so, as we know that we offer something with a purpose. So, the purpose of offering is first is to give help or support to someone. For example, I would be happy to help you with homework. And then the second purpose is to make someone more pleasant. Example of this purpose is by saying, let me bring you a glass of water. And the last purpose is to be of use of benefit. For example of the expression, perhaps I could assist you in some way. Those are the purpose of offering help. And then next, before we continue, let me explain about two kinds of offer that we usually use in our life. So we can offer two things. The first is offering help, and then the second is offering to do something. What's the difference between the two kinds of offering? The offering help means to ask someone whether he or she would like to have something. Let's say maybe a friend of us want a glass of drink. We can offer help. Can I bring you a glass of drink? And then the offering to do something means to ask someone whether he or she would like to do something with us. So the difference between the two offering is just in two cases. In the first case, in the offering help, we would like to know whether someone need to have something, and then the second we offer to do something. So that's the difference. Okay, next, let's see how we can offer help. The expression of offering help can be in some sentences. As the examples, what can I do for you? Or can I help you? Or let me help you? Or do you need help? Or would you like some help? Or may I offer you assistance? Or could I assist you in some way? Or if you need help, just let me know. Those are some examples of how we can offer help to people. Next is about how to accept an offer. There are also some expressions that we can use to accept or to receive the offer that somebody offered to us. The examples are, yes, please, or how kind of you, thanks a lot, or yes, that would be great, or yes, I need it very much, thank you, or thanks, I'm very much obligated, or that would be so kind, thank you, oh really, thanks a million, or thanks, that's just what I need. Yeah, those are some examples of how to accept an offering of help. Next is about how to decline or how to refuse or how to reject an offering of help. Some examples are as the following. Thanks, but I can do it myself. Oh no, it's okay, thanks. Oh, it's okay, I'll handle it myself. or no thanks, I'll be alright soon. Yeah, those the examples of how to decline or reject or refuse an offering of help. The next explanation is about some examples of how people can offer help and also how to accept the offering of help. As we can see in the slide, there are two people in the picture. One is an old woman wearing glasses, and another speaker is a small boy. Yeah, let's listen to their conversation. So the small boy asked to the old woman, "Excuse me, ma'am, where are you going?" "I'm going to cross the street." "May I help you?" "Yes, please. That's very kind of you. Thank you." Yeah, this is how we can offer help and how to accept the offer of help. The next dialogue is about how we can reject an offer. Yeah, let's see in the picture on the screen. There is a girl and a boy conducting a conversation. "Hi Rayhan, are you going home?" "Yes, I am." "Do you want me to take you home?" "No, it's okay, thanks." Yeah, the example is about how to decline an offering of help. Yeah, so this is the end of the topic that we can discuss about offering help. The next is another topic. Yeah, it's about if clause. So what do you know about if clause? What is clause actually? A clause is a group of words consisting a subject and a form of verb. The verb can be the main verb like go, visit, graduate, and it can also be auxiliary verb like be form, as, was, is, am, or are, or were, or been maybe. Yeah, those the definition of a clause, and also the have a look on the example of a clause. Yeah, in bahasa it's usually called clausa or anak kalimat. These are the examples. If you visit my city, comma, blah blah blah. This sentence still need a completion of another sentence because it's still not the main clause, but it's only a dependent clause. Another example, before I graduate. So before here is a preposition and then followed by subject I and followed by verb. The next example, when I was a child, blah 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 blah. When is the preposition, I as a subject, was as the auxiliary verb. So it's called clause. So what's the function of a clause? It can be followed by a reminder. It can be followed by a suggestion. So it can be followed by imperative, and also it can be followed by a general truth. And if clause can be followed to show a dream, it can be followed by a clause to show a dream. Okay, so let's have a look, or let's see how the sentence structure of if clause. Yeah, as has been mentioned before in the former slide, uh, if clause can be followed by a reminder, pengingat, untuk mengingatkan. Jadi if clause itu adalah berfungsi sebagai anak kalimat, kemudian diikuti oleh induk kalimat, baru induk kalimat itulah yang merupakan reminder atau untuk mengingatkan. Contohnya, if you want to enter a favorite university. Ini if clause ini kenapa disebut if clause? Karena diawali dengan if yang artinya jika. Ini merupakan anak kalimat atau biasa disebut dependent clause. Depend asal katanya artinya tergantung. Nah, jadi anak kalimat ini tidak bisa berdiri sendiri, dia tergantung kepada induk kalimat. Makanya dia butuh induk kalimat. Seandainya kalimat tadi berhenti sampai if you want to enter a favorite university, kalimat ini belum lengkap. Nah, jadi dia masih butuh. Kenapa? Ada apa memangnya kalau kamu bisa masuk universitas favorit? Kamu harus belajar lebih, harus punya persiapan jika kamu mau masuk ke sana. Nah, di sini yang menunjukkan kalimat ini reminder ada kata have to and also must yang artinya harus. Itu untuk memberi peringatan. And then the second is if clause which is followed by suggestion. If clause atau anak kalimat yang clause-nya diawali dengan if yang diikuti dengan saran. If you want to be the winner, you should take the training. Nah, yang menandakan di sini suggestion atau saran adalah ada kata should yang artinya seharusnya. The next example is about if clause which is followed by general truth. If clause atau anak kalimat yang diikuti oleh kenyataan umum. For example, if you drink less water, your skin gets dry. Contohnya, jika kamu minum sedikit air, kulit kamu akan kering, menjadi kering. Ini adalah fakta atau kebenaran umum yang tidak bisa dibantah. The fourth is if clause which is follows by imperative. Yang keempat adalah if clause yang diikuti oleh imperatif ya. If you want to be safe from being infected by COVID-19, keep your health and social distancing. Nah, yang mana yang di imperatif ada kata keep yang digarisbawahi. Artinya imperatif apa? Kalimat kata dasar ya yang menunjukkan hampir seperti perintah fungsinya. The last example is if clause which is followed by clause to show a dream yang biasanya disebut if conditional. The example is if I get a scholarship, I will study in Egypt. Jika saya mendapat sebuah beasiswa, saya akan belajar di Mesir. Ini merupakan sebuah mimpi atau harapan yang ditandai di sini dengan clause I will study in Egypt. Okay, yeah, those are some example about how if clause is used in different function, different function. Reminder followed by suggestion, general truth, imperative, and also dream. Okay, students, I think that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.